Welcome to Elections 101 in 5, brought to you by Yiga Africa and supported by the UNDP. I am Samson Itodo, and let's get started. Do you know when violent disruption may not lead to inconclusive election? Not all violent disruption of elections may lead to inconclusive elections. We went to the streets to ask Nigerians what they think about this question. Here is what they told us.
When they postponed the election, that is where the ringing of the election started. But whereby you can do the normal thing at the right time, there's nothing like inconclusive.
When the electoral empire is not being certified.
Okay, it's the same thing. It's not today that we have been seeing violence. I only pray that we'll see peacefully election in this. God will give us good president.
Interesting. In the previous episode, we considered the first four scenarios where supplementary election may hold in line with the margin of lead principle. If those number of people who collected their PVC is above the margin of lead between the two leading candidates, INEC will not declare a winner until supplementary election is conducted in the affected polling units. Again, that's an explanation of what the margin of lead principle means. Now, based on INEC guidelines, not all disruptions will lead to supplementary elections. INEC has outlined additional procedures for determining where supplementary elections may not hold despite violent disruption of elections. So, what are these, procedures or mechanisms? One, where INEC determines that violent disruption occurred in a substantial number of polling units in a constituency before the announcement of result, a fresh date for election in those affected polling units may be announced by INEC, provided that the further supplementary election may not hold in the case of persistent disruptions and violence. The second is that where a violent disruption occurs after announcement of results and ballot papers and result sheets are destroyed, the guideline says INEC collation officers and returning officers will regenerate the affected results from the electronically transmitted results or results from the IREF portal, or even duplicate hard copies that are available. And then the returning and collation officers will fill, new replacement result sheets with the approval of the resident electoral commissioner, and then they proceed with the collation of results. The third is that where result sheets are snatched or destroyed before they arrive at the collation center, the collation officer or the returning officer will regenerate the affected results from the electronically transmitted results on the BVAS or on the IREF or duplicate copies, and also fill in a new result sheet, a replacement result sheet with the approval of the reg, and they proceed with the collation of results. The fourth, and not the last, that where balloting materials are still available, so where ballot papers and results sheets are still available or remaining after disruption at any stage of the election, INEC will proceed with the available materials and conclude that stage of the elections. However, where the materials are inadequate, a new date will be announced by INEC to conclude the elections. Now, those are the scenarios and the conditions where violent disruption of elections may not lead to inconclusive elections. Vigilance is key to making your votes count. And that's Elections 101 in 5. If you have any questions or any topics you'd like us to address on this show, please feel free to contact us using the handles and the addresses displayed on your screen. Do not forget, collection of PVCs is ongoing nationwide at INEC local government offices, and it will end on January 22nd, 2023. Please collect your PVCs and get ready to vote, because our lives depend on it. You don't have to wait to the last minute. Thank you for watching. I am Samson Itodo. Remember, your vote can make a difference. Please vote wisely. See you next time.